Hey, Tom here with Hilltop Machine Works. We are back in the shop for another project. So, I started watching YouTube videos about, I don't know, 3 years ago. So I could try to, learn some tips and tricks and just try to hone my skills on running a lathe and a mill and, metal fab and whatnot. I got a lot of stuff from the community out there, and I just wanted to do my little part and contribute back. If you watch my channel, then I know you're familiar with Keith Fenner, and you definitely probably watch his channel too. He's an awesome machinist up in Massachusetts, and he has this awesome contest / program where he gives back also. It's called What's in Your Box Giveaway. It is a collaboration of a lot of the YouTube creators and viewers. They donate Kennedy boxes and also tools and equipment to go in those boxes, and in turn Keith gives them away to people that apply. It's a contest for basically, upcoming machinists, people that want to get in the trade that just, they need that little extra. They don't have the money to go out and buy, thousands of dollars worth of tools, but they have the passion and the drive. So, Keith helps them out. He's real generous. Some of the YouTube creators also make tools to go in the giveaway, and I thought I'd do my part. My channel is fairly new, but I'm not new to obviously machining and welding and metal fab, and I have been fortunate enough to, build a nice shop and acquire, a lot of nice equipment here. So what I plan on doing is making one of these cutters here. Let me bring it down so you can see a little better. This is a boring head cutter. It's not really a boring bar. I think it's more of a stubby cutter, because if you think, these are your typical boring bars here. What's nice about this is carbide insert. It cuts real well. This is a 1/2 inch shank, so I've got it to use in, your standard 2-inch boring head. So what it'll do, it just slips in right there, and then you can go ahead and bore your hole. I found this to be a lot better than your import stuff. This stuff is kind of lacking. You got your meat here, but then it shanks down, so you get a lot of vibration, you get flex, and not to mention these carbide inserts that they braze on have got a lot to be desired. Usually you gotta file them, hone them, get the edges right. So with this baby right here, you don't need to. It's kind of like, what would you rather have, hamburger or steak? Yeah, yeah, I'd rather have the steak. So the plan is to knock a couple of these out. It'd be easier to do it on the Inco with the DRO on it, but I hadn't had got much lathe time on the big Monarch since I bought it, so I figured, what the heck, we'll knock these out on the Monarch. So just a couple simple turning operations, and then take it over to the mill. And what I did is I like this one to have a little character, the one I built. So I left the rough surface that was left by the roughing end mill, but on the ones I make that are going to go into the boxes, I'll use a nice probably a 4 flute to finish it up. So that is the plan, just some simple turning and boring. So let me get over to the Monarch and get set up, and we'll go from there. Alright, I got you set up over here at the Monarch. I've got a piece of 1-inch diameter 4140 chucked up in here. So we'll start shaving this down. The outer diameter isn't a critical measurement. The only real critical measurement is basically the shank, which needs to be, 1/2 inch. So the rotary phase converter is behind this big Monarch, And then, of course, the Monarch's 5 horsepower motor is going to be roaring too, so you may want to turn your audio down. I'm not sure how loud this is going to be because I've got the camera set up pretty close, so we'll see how she goes. Got let's see, set probably turn about 450 RPMs. Let me just get her faced off and we'll get a measurement from there. Inch and a quarter. And like I said, this ain't critical. We're just throwing it together here. Maybe. Let me set the 0 there. Turn down the OD a little bit. And increase the feed or increase the speed in these long stringy chips. Finish ain't too bad. She chattered a little bit right there at the beginning. She was singing earlier. I had to increase the feed rate here. Running them 10 thou now. 5 thou, she was chattering like a big dog. Of course, I do have some stick out here. Where we're at. Boy, she's hot. Hotter than I like. 564. 64 and a half thou, probably about 64. She's hot. Let me let her cool down and get another good measurement, and we'll go from there. Alright, she's cooled down, so let me see what we got. Alright, 506. So let me see if I can grab that last 6 thou here. if we hit her. Still a tad bit big. What, 1,007/10. I'll just file that off. Alright, I am 5,005. 5/10 big. Looks like. So let me chamfer those edges. Alrighty, let's part her off. Alrighty, there's one done. Alright, I got you set up here at the mill. I've got it held in a 5C collet in a square block. I just touched off and got my zeros with just a typical edge finder. So now what I'm going to do is buzz down the top. So here we go. Alright, I just made my last pass. We should be pretty close. And let's see what we got here. Let's see, we got 501 and a half. So I've got about 19 thousandths left. Perfect. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to rotate it basically and come in with that end mill and then have a nice clean surface there, and then give me a radius in there. So still a bit warm. It's 4140. See those nice chips. I had to slow her down a little bit because she was not liking it, and I think that is not the sharpest end mill. It's a used one. I had a buddy to give me a whole bunch of end mills, so I think it needs either a sharpening, or I will just convert it into something else since I don't sharpen end mills. Anyways, let me get this turned around, and then we'll make our final pass. Alright, I just finished it up, and I was shooting for 482, so 480. Let me get back on the radius there. 482 and a tenth. Nice. Alrighty, let me get this out, and we'll rinse and repeat and get the other one milled down. So I don't know if you can see or not, but I got a little bit of tool chatter in there. So right now I'm just taking the die grinder with a fine wheel on it and trying to clean her up a little bit, polish her up, make her look nice. Well, I'm over here at the mill. Just figured I'd show you my setup, and just got finished knocking this first one out. I ain't done them in a while, so I had to get my rhythm. I'll show you some milling operations when I do the second one, but just finished it, and we are pretty good. Left a little bit of space so we can get her centered up, but that's the way she's going to look. So drill and tap that hole, and then this one will be done, and we'll rinse and repeat on that second one. So what I'm trying to do is line up the insert to the position that I want it. What I've done here is I've gotten a gauge pin, the diameter of the hole of the insert, and I'm just kind of moving the insert around right now, and I've got her flush with the bottom and got her sticking out on the left side the way I want her, and about even in that V notch that I milled out. So let me drill and tap this thing, and we'll be closer to getting one done. So I'm just doing a little hand tapping here, because you know, you power tap this and this baby will snap in half in no time, and it'll be a pain to get this thing out. So using a little anchor lube too, perfect for this application. Almost through. And such a small tap, it doesn't take much for those chips to get in there, and then you can feel almost the point of snapping. I'm almost through. Come on, baby. Don't want bozos showing up today. There we go. Feel a little better. I'm tapping a metric hole here. It's M3 by 50. Pilot hole is a number 39, if you're curious. Alright, I think we got liftoff, Houston. Sweet. That's nerve-wracking. flat is done. Let me get her out of there and check her out. Well, there she is. That's what she looks like with the insert in. Got flat milled on it. Do maybe a little more deburring. I'm going to polish them up. But there she is. Ready to cut. So anyways, I got to knock the other one out. And like I said, then I'll have 2 to polish up. And a couple of lucky winners are going to get some nice stubby boring head cutters. Alright, I've got the second one done. I figured I would show you how I get this insert lined up. So what I do is I've got a 50 thou stick out. So here I've got basically my depth mic. So I come in here and then get her lined up, and then also make sure she's square on the bottom. So that's how I did it. I just scribed the line, just give me an idea of where to mill, and easy breezy. So I thought I'd show you how I set up my angles here. Just this is my way of doing it. Obviously there's other ways to do it. So got her down 30, 60, 90 triangle, and just using one of the T-slots, coming in here and getting her lined up, and then also verify with this ruler protractor. Got her set at 60, so then I can come in here and also use the top edge just to verify, just in case this was chowdered a little bit. So anyways, that's how I get her set up to come in and cut those angles. Well, here you go. I got them wrapped up, took them over to the buffer and butt them up. So I've got 2 nice boring head cutters, all made for 2 recipients of the What's in Your Box 2017 Keith Fenner program. So congratulations to the winners. Appreciate you following along the project. Hope you liked it. Give me a thumbs up, leave some comments, and we will catch you on the next project. See you guys.